In order to answer this question, I have to tell you that He has not only healed me, He saved my life. Let me start from the beginning. So I'm a cradle Catholic, first-generation American, born of Cuban immigrant parents. So for me, not loving Jesus is as foreign as having turkey on Thanksgiving or Christmas. The pro of this is that my faith has been my way of life from my first breath. The con has been that I needed to reach rock bottom to grasp and accept the love, mercy, and saving power of Christ. Accepting His love and the truth that I'm His daughter is a whole new thing. I was married 10 years ago, and 2 short years after we were married, I had my son Isaac. And 2 years and some change after that, I had Luke, and you guessed it, 2 years and some change after that came Paloma. After each glorious pregnancy and birth came postpartum depression. With Isaac, I had intense depression and compulsions, so much so that there was a right way and a wrong way to push the stroller, and so only I could push the stroller. With Luke, I had depression and detachment. It took me over a year to bond with Luke. And with Paloma came incredible fear and anxiety, so much so that every time I'd lay her down for bed, I'd think I'd find her dead in the morning. This took a huge toll on me, my children, and my marriage. My cousin invited me to join Walking with Purpose after Luke's birth. So she enticed me with weekly visits with her and free childcare, what mom doesn't expect or accept 2 hours of free childcare. So every Tuesday, I'd throw the kids in the car and we'd head over to Walnut Creek to St. Mary's Parish. This resulted in what I would call my reversion or a conversion for a Catholic. It finally started to sink in that I was worthy of His love, mercy, and saving power. Reconciliation took on a whole new thing for me. I was finally able to accept forgiveness, and that was incredible joy for me. The notion that I was His beloved daughter really started to sink in after that first Walking with Purpose conference that I completed. In that, all the participants completed a Bible study called Fearless and Free. In that, we learned that the Lion of Judah was fighting for us. And this resulted in me understanding and trusting in His perfect love and holding on to the truth, using my armor to fight the lies that try to take away my freedom. So dressed in my armor, my belt of truth, my breastplate of righteousness, my helmet of salvation, with my feet shod in the gospel, with my shield of faith and the sword of the Spirit, the enemy decided to attack. So I was attacked with incredible anxiety, fear, suicidal ideation. I had a complete breakdown, and my poor husband had to watch this. I remember screaming and crying, laying in my bed, begging for God to take me. And then the miracle happened. I opened my eyes. I remember looking into the corner of my room, and I invited the Holy Spirit into my life. I invited truth into my life. That's when I felt my salvation for the first time. God saved my life because I let Him. No more hiding behind postpartum depression and the stigma that comes along with it. I got help, and I started my path of healing. So my kids' names were chosen because of their meaning and their purpose, just like their little lives. So Isaac means laughter, Luke means light, and Paloma means dove in Spanish, which is a symbol of peace. So my story doesn't end there. Our happily ever after came just 8 weeks ago with the birth of our little son, Leo. So lions are a symbol of strength and courage. So Jesus gave us a bit of Himself, the Lion of Judah. He's physically with us in the guise of our little Leo. So now my life is one of praise and thanksgiving, rejecting lies and seeking truth, leaning into His great love, mercy, and saving power. I would shout my story for others to hear just so that they can know the true healing and salvation in Jesus. God led me to walking with purpose because that was my path to fulfill His plan in my life. What are you going to do? How are you going to welcome Him into your life? He's waiting for you with open arms.